So you see Peyton out there. And in fact, this will be the final presentation, the final contestant.
Yeah.
I believe she's kind of cold. She's waving her arms there. All right, here we go now. We're going to have the announcement.
Big moment.
Yep, here we go.
We would like to thank the student government members for a great.
Okay, first of all, they have to announce the student government.
Yeah. Hey, Medlin's had the winner the whole time. We could have found this out in the first quarter.
Yeah,
announced
exactly.
It,
That's
and
true.
ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of that?
Dang, we should have done that.
All right, I'm
That
going
would have been a
to go with
Hillsports.com exclusive.
I'm going to go with the girl on the 40. I like the bow tie.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm going with the bow tie.
Okay, I'm going to go with the girl at the 40 right over here.
Okay.
The red-black dress.
JC?
Right
With the JC?
Is our former 2015 homecoming queen, Aisha Mayo.
Aisha Mayo coming out.
Love that song by her, about her, when we were young. Aisha, you're a girl from a different world.
Oh, yes, that's...
I don't even think that's the way the song goes.
No, I don't think so either.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
your Orange High School 2016 homecoming queen is Miss Alexis Long.
Alexis Long.
I think I got it.
Look, who got it?
Oh, no. There,
No,
I thought
it
I
was-
had a girl on the
There
40.
was a wrong 45-yard line. It was
I
this one
had
right
a
here.
girl on the 40.
Okay. Now we got to see if we can get Alexis Long up here. Congratulations to her.
Yep.
Aisha Mayo hugging Alexis Long, who is the 2016 homecoming queen. Now, your homecoming queen in 1992 was Erica White. I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was 1992. I remember Erica because we
Well,
saw.
no, I think that's back when you had a black one and a white.
Yeah, we had a black one and a white one.
It was Erica and Kelly Champion.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
what it was.
right.
And both
I can't
of them were real
remember
good
who
girls,
mine,
awesome girls.
Oh, Eric's wonderful girl. She's teaching now up in Durham. As a matter of fact, I saw Erica about 5 years ago.
I want to
She
see
was
if any of
actually-
these girls who lost are crying.
Let's
I
see.
don't think they are.
See if it's Alexis. So maybe we can get Alexis on here. So we'll try to get Alexis up here. By the way, the score of the football game is 42-0.
Yeah, and also just one real quick thing, Tracy Thompson.
Yes.
We heard you that you're listening to us, and Dumb and Dumber is what you called us to your husband, and he told us that. And I'm okay with that as long as I'm dumb and not dumber.
Well,
now you need to specify through Shane who's dumb and who's dumber.
I'll guarantee you we're more entertaining than the Dumb and Dumber sequels. That won't be very hard.
I had to say, as much as I love Dumb and Dumber, I could not watch the sequel. I couldn't do it.
It was just.
It made me sad,
it
but I
was
could not do it.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was
and
disappointing.
the one that came out like in 2000 when Lloyd made Harry or whatever that was. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Don't do that.
Sometimes you don't need sequels. Just
No.
like Jeff on a second date, it usually
Well,
better off if you don't do it.
You can make singles jokes about me again because, well, I'm single again. All right, we're going to pause here for a timeout, and we'll talk a little bit about the game. 42-0, Orange with the lead. And we're going to try to get Alexis Long up here, too, for an interview on HillsboroSports.com. And enjoy the music of Slayer now as we finish the homecoming festivities.
The Carolina Hilltopper Foundation is helping to expand the game of lacrosse in North Carolina. Through their efforts, several local middle school programs have been able to join the lacrosse world, and travel teams have produced 8 Division I players and many Division II and III players, including several Orange and Cedar Ridge players enjoying successful collegiate careers. The fall season isn't far away. To register, visit hilltopperlax.com.
Our vehicles wind up in accidents from time to time, but where should you go if the exterior of your vehicle is damaged? Look no further than the folks over at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop, located at Highway 157 in Caldwell. For over 30 years, William, Greg, John, and Dennis have been taking care of the people in Caldwell and their vehicles whenever they've been caught up in a fender bender. So contact the folks at Cardin's Body and Paint Shop if your car winds up in an accident. Call 919-732-6611. That's 919-732-6611.
The Deer Pushers Association of America is a group dedicated to raise funds in support of educational programs, wildlife habitat enhancement and acquisition, and the preservation of the shooting sports and hunting tradition for future generations. They serve Northern Orange, Southern Person, and all of Central North Carolina. To learn more about the Deer Pushers Association of America, contact Skinny Laws or Seth King directly. The Deer Pushers Association of America, killing tomorrow's trophies today.
Count on the experts at Goss Pump Specialists for all your filtration system and well pump installation needs. Goss Pump Specialists has been serving Durham and surrounding areas for over 65 years. They install all types of well pumps and filters, including reverse osmosis systems. They also sell, install, and service a complete line of quality water softening and conditioning equipment, including chemical-free filters. Mention this ad, and you'll get $50 off your next project. Call Goss Pump Specialist at 919-477-3222. That's 919-477-3222. Or go online at GossWellPumpSpecialist.com.
Chip Hamlin, Jamie Hall here with you on homecoming night. And congratulations to Alexis Long, who is our homecoming queen for 2016, and Orange leading 42-0 here at the half. We had a running clock to wrap up that first half of play. Had it really from the 11.5-minute mark on in the second quarter, and we had it going from that point forward, and we'll keep it going here in the second half. Drumline just put on a performance there, an impressive one, to wrap up the halftime festivities. Orange scored first in this game, and really they were doing whatever they wanted against the Chapel Hill defense, which is an undermanned group. The games between these two teams over the years have been fierce and in some cases extraordinary. It was 3 years ago where Orange scored on the last play of the game, a 48-yard Hail Mary pass at Chapel Hill to win 7-0. And, of course, one of the greatest games we've ever seen was 2 years ago, the last time Chapel Hill visited this stadium, where Orange was down by 11 with 5 minutes remaining. They came back to win. Bryce Wilson recovered an onside kick, and that led to Tay Jones scoring on a reverse, and Orange won. And what was a heartbreaker for Chapel Hill, but just a month later, Chapel Hill was playing for a spot in the state championship game. They lost to the eventual 3AA state champion in 2014, Northern Guilford. This year, Coach Isaac Marsh just has an undermanned group that's very young and playing a lot of players both ways. They suffered some early injuries, and it's been an uphill climb for this team, and this will be the worst year that he's had since becoming the Chapel Hill coach back in 2004.
Well, and a lot of, Jeff, you can remember back when we were in school, you know, there's so many, you know, there's two high schools in Hillsboro, there's several in Chapel Hill. But back when we were in high school, when it was the Pac-6 and there were 6 teams in it, and, you know, Chapel Hill, that was the game that I looked most forward to playing.
Sure.
As opposed to, but that was our biggest rivalry. And, you know, they have had some great games. And this year, obviously, is a big, big talent difference in the two squads. But what I really like in that first half, even no matter what, you wonder why you play games like this. Well, I'll tell you why. 2 words, Jackson Schmidt.
That's right.
And what he's done, his confidence had to have went from wherever it was about 3, 4, 5 clicks up after the passes he threw in that first half, because they weren't easy throws.
Nope.
Chapel Hill had coverage, and he put them exactly where he wanted to go. He made good decisions, and he also wasn't scared to let his receivers make some plays. And that's the thing. If nobody scores in this second half, and it's probably going to take about 30 minutes with a running clock, they have really something to build on right now going into their next game and into the state playoffs with the positive play of Jackson Schmidt. Not only this game, but the past few contests, he seems to be really improving.
Well, Jackson was 5 of 7 in the first half. He threw for, going to have to total this up here because I do have my calculator with me, so I'll just do this. All right, 25 plus 19 plus 6 plus 13 equals 62, counting the 1 yard he lost on a throw. So 62 yards, 5 of 7 for 62. It was controlled passing. Believe it or not, Jackson's season high is still the Person game. That has stood after all this time. That's at least in terms of passing yardage. He threw for 166 that night and 3 touchdowns, but really that was just short passes and long catch and runs. Peyton Wilson had one. Mervante Beasley had one. Morgan Pascal had one at the end of the game. But he is starting to gain a little more accuracy. Other scores from around the area, Southern Durham now leads Northwood 20-7, the score in that one. And also right now, how about Cedar Ridge? They were frustrated coming off that loss to Orange last week. Cedar Ridge leading Webb 35-0, the score. Right now over in Oxford is where that game is taking place. Tell you, these ladies tonight had to come up, and some of them weren't wearing nylons or anything of that nature. So,
What?
well, I mean, they weren't wearing pantyhose or anything like that. So they were basically going out there, and it's kind of windy here tonight. It's hard to believe. Just 2 days ago, it was 87 degrees. I was covering the Big 8 cross country championships, and those runners were out there running in the middle of October in weather that felt like it was about 92 outside. So.
Yeah, well, of all the words I thought you'd say tonight, I didn't think nylons.
Nylons. Well, I guess not. Well, you never know.
Are they nylons or pantyhose? Are they the same thing?
Pantyhose, yeah, same thing,
okay.
I guess. I
don't know if it's
I don't
politically
try those
incorrect
on.
to say pantyhose. I only do it when I'm robbing a bank.
Yeah.
But I know if it was, if pantyhose was still the kosher thing to call them. I'm not, these days you never really know.
Is the bank robbing method going well for you?
I mean, it has its ups and downs.
Oh, well. So do the nylons, for that matter.
Yeah. Pantyhose.
That's true. Arch got its first touchdown in the game early on, needless to say, on the first drive, of course, as they got that from Peyton Wilson. He scored on a 25-yard catch from Jackson Schmidt, and that was a long pass by Jackson. Peyton wound up scoring. That was with 9:43 remaining. Orange also scored on its second possession. That came off an interception or a fumble return. Check that. It was Ryan Puckett who scored on a 2-yard run, and then on the subsequent kickoff, that was fumbled by Chapel Hill. It was picked up by Devondre Moore, who returned it 36 yards for a touchdown. That made it 21-0. And then a touchdown catch by Kendall Whitted. Caught that one from Jackson Schmidt. It was from 19 yards. That made it 28-0. Orange got a touchdown catch from Cody Evans from Jackson Schmidt with 1:37 remaining. That made it 35-0. Bravante Beasley opened up the second quarter with a 9-yard touchdown run. Beasley coming close to 100 yards in this game. He's got 91 right now. He would go over the century mark for the third time this season.
Where'd Al Yankovic see him?
Oh, yeah, it's good to see him. I thought that was Jerry Garcia, actually, but I forgot he's dead. So.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Beasley actually has 3 100-yard games. Had one against Northern Vance, one against Southern Durham, and last week against Cedar Ridge. So he'd be going for a 100-yard game number 4 if he were to get 9 more yards. Chapel Hill will kick off to the Panthers, and again we'll have a running clock here. Since Orange leads by 42 points, which is the minimum you need to lead by in order to enforce a running clock. You're here in a T-shirt tonight here, Jamie. I don't know how you're doing that, man.
I had to come in straight from work. I didn't have a choice, really.
I'm sorry.
Not that cold.
It's not that bad? Okay.
Yeah. When is that the first Appalachian sweatshirt you've ever had?
No, it's not, believe it or not.
I thought you'd have a few others.
Yeah, I got 1 or 2 others. I'm starting to collect Hard Rock T-shirts, too. You'll be proud of me. Quinn McLean.
I am proud of you, not because of that.
Quinn McLean, the kicker for Chapel Hill, sends the ball away. It's a sky kick. They'll be taking it to 25, up to the 30, to the 35. That's Cody Evans with it, and he has stopped shy of the 35-yard line. So
what's your like you say Hard Rock T-shirts
or metal T-shirts? Yeah,
heavy metal. Who's a couple of the people you have in your selection?
Well, Rush, of course.
Yeah.
I have 9 Rush T-shirts.
Are they size medium?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
There was one I got at my first Rush concert back in 1992, but that's not the case anymore. Lamb of God, I got Meshuggah.
Meshuggah?
The Dillinger Escape Plan, who's breaking up, unfortunately, now.
Yeah, I hate that for Dylan and his escape plan.
Got those guys. Slayer, of course, Metallica, Led Zeppelin.
No Judas Priest?
No, I don't actually. I need to. Pass in the flat. It's a swing pass that's caught by Pascal, streaks up the field past the 35, and Morgan Pascal ahead to the 40-yard line before he is upended. Josiah King made the stop.
And Josiah King made a good stop right there. That was a good solid tackle. Josiah, he's 5'11", 175 senior right there. He did a good job bringing him to the ground.
Ball ahead to the 42 for a gain of 8 to make it 2nd and 2.
Gain 7 on the play. It'll be second down and 3.
Second down for Orange here. Jackson Schmidt now 6 of 8 throwing the ball tonight. Beasley and Pascal the backs along with Puckett. And Schmidt will throw a slant, but he can't find anyone open. Now he's grabbed and he'll be tossed to the turf and sacked.